Hey guys, back at it. This is day 82 in my 100 Days of Daily Diary Challenge. I was prompted to do this in a meditation devotional session, just record and post to a large audience of my daily happenings and see how it goes. So I didn't have any real plan to do this. I didn't want to become a YouTube star. It was not because I wanted to create content and be monetized. This was just prompted through the meditation devotional session, like record, post, and enjoy the process. So I am enjoying the process, and this has been quite fun for me to push myself outside of my normal limits, work on a lot of personality traits and characteristics that I had absorbed and attached myself to that may not be who essentially I am. So I was more of a shy to myself kind of person, very quiet in my speech, and didn't really want to put myself out there in the public eye. Not a performer, not an entertainer, not somebody who wants to be on stage. So that was who I was. Now I am more willing to put myself out there. I am breaking down a lot of those characteristic barriers of being, like in the background. I am the background role kind of person. So now I am pushing myself outside of those limits and just seeing kind of who I am essentially. And I am so thankful that you guys are here for this process. And let's get into it. So day 82 is a Friday, and I have been packing up and getting ready to go to New Orleans with my love for a big event he has with his airsoft and milsim stuff. Again, I am not familiar with all that stuff. Those are the only terms I really know, so that is what I am using. But I am going to go to New Orleans with him for the weekend to see this event that he's participating in and kind of understand more of his world and what it is that he does and enjoys. So typically Fridays, get the kids to school. My son comes with in the morning super early. We go to Whole Foods. We had some really fun conversations in the car about what's coming up for us, and Halloween's coming up, and that's kind of big. So we're definitely talking about costumes and getting ready for a party, kind of throwing ideas around. And I just love collaborating with my kids, and not dictating. I'm their coach. I'm their kind of guide through life. So if you were to go on safari, you would not go by yourself. You would not want somebody to go with you and tell you and you have to walk this way and you can only take pictures of this and you can do this and that. You'd want somebody to guide you through your experience, making sure that you stayed safe. And, obviously if you were on safari, there would be wild animals and different things you needed to be aware of. So I am thinking of myself more as a guide. So I'm trying to guide them through this crazy world we are in and just help them through it, not dictate them. So it's cool to collaborate with my kids. I am super excited for Halloween coming up, and we can get into that later. But took my son to Whole Foods on our date, and we love to walk around when there's different seasons popping up because the store usually has specialty cookies and little knickknacks and fun things to look at seasonal wise. And of course, Halloween being our favorite, we love to look at all the spooky stuff. So he usually gets an individual mochi ice cream when we go to Whole Foods. But I think because of the season changing, they'd removed the cold case that had the individual ones. And so we spent a good, 5-10 minutes trying to find somebody to help us look for these individual ones. And this staff is very helpful, and I've been more in tune with these interactions. So I saw somewhere that no interaction you have, whether it's be the smallest interaction to the greatest interaction, is it is meant to be. So imagine like being in an elevator and having somebody come into the elevator with you. That small interaction is an opening, is a way for you to either do the same thing that you've been taught to do, or expand yourself and use that interaction for some kind of good or to benefit you. So that small interaction of an elevator encounter would be, are you going to clam up? Are you going to be cold? Are you going to not say anything? Like society is kind of like pushing us in that direction to keep to yourself. You don't know who everybody is. But on the other side is, yes, you don't know who everybody is. What if that very, very small encounter in the elevator were to turn into a business opportunity, or would be turning into the next love of your life, or, so many different things could come from that. But these small interactions we have, just be warm and friendly and open to receiving what the universe is bringing to you. Everything is going to be for your benefit. Are you going to work on yourself? Break down societal norms? Like, what is this small encounter here for? So I've just been very, very open to these small encounters now and trying to really be aware and present and mindful of them. So while we were in Whole Foods, one of the workers, who we see all the same workers all the time, so it's not like, this guy was unfamiliar, but he just connected with my gaze and he was like, I really like your hair. It looks great. And that was the only thing he said. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate that compliment, and continued on. So that one small compliment kind of pushed me through the day. And I just was like reflecting on it. Like, yeah, I love my hair now. And I really was appreciative of that outward reflection. So just be open to those small encounters, kind of taking them in and then seeing what they provide you or where they direct you. So the rest of the Whole Foods day was great. Got him off to school. He was happy. The kids are all prepped and ready to go to their dad's house for the weekend. And again, my perspective and my narrative has changed. And because of me opening that door and seeing my future that I wanted, seeing that part of that was including their dad being the best he could be and stepping up and filling that role in that spot, I am now changing my speech and my thinking and my process around him to be more positive and affirming that vision of the future. So just like letting go of all the negative, bringing in the positive, reflecting positive back, just telling them, like, I hope you guys have an amazing day with your dad this weekend. Like, you guys are going to just connect with him and, like, pumping it up, just giving them those words of positivity versus the negative words. I am all packed up and ready to go. I just have been doing a little bit of last minute things in the house, run the dishwasher, take the trash out, kind of just pick up and make things look nice and neat. So when I come home, it's not overwhelming. And I have a very, very large gap of time between dropping the kids off, finishing my chores at home, and then having to hop in an Uber to the airport. So I have taken the whole morning to do some really deep, serious meditation and just calmness. So I have an acupressure mat, I have an infrared sauna, I have a vibration therapy plate, and essential oils and crystals. I do pull up some healing vibrational tones, and all of these things I was able to get to this morning, and it was so amazing just to be able to do those things and have this time to release anything negative before pulling into a weekend in a different place with different people. And I have been listening to audiobook of The Secret and The Greatest Secret. So those two books are so amazing, and they've really changed my thinking on everything, really. So I encourage you, if you are looking for something new to read, The Secret and the Greatest Secret. Also, The Power of Now is pretty cool too. All of those have helped in my expansion process. So I recommend those definitely. So I was very, very in a good, relaxed, amazing place when I caught my Uber and went to the airport, and I was just, again, those small interactions. What are they providing me? Well, what is the purpose? And again, I was sitting in the airport waiting for my flight to come, and one of the maintenance ladies came out, and she was just very positive and uplifted, and she was saying hi to everybody. And she was like, I was wearing a hot pink shirt and some hot pink shoes, and she's like, look at that pink, you got that, you're rocking that pink, and I love your hair. And she's like, you were just so amazing. And for me to interact with her and just be grateful and thankful and receive versus like, why is this lady talking to me? What is her problem? I am just in a totally different mindset and appreciating all these small interactions with people. So it is hard when you first step into something because you're having this fight with your mind, with the brain portion of your body, where your brain is saying, no, don't interact with them. No, you need to stay to yourself. No, like this is like a danger zone. Warning. So I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect, obviously, but I am moving through that process. Flight was great. It was a direct flight, very quick, very easy. Got there and was picked up immediately by my love. He was waiting for me, and it was it was one of those moments where I knew he was there. I could see his truck, I could see him, and I wanted to do that like movie scene where you like run to them and you drop your bags and you jump into their arms. And I was like, bro, my legs just were like not wanting to do that. But it was in my mind that I was doing that. Anyway, so I was grateful to see him and finally be together again, and excited to see this whole new space that I haven't been into. So we drove through the city, and I was just kind of taking in everything. Drove to the event, which was kind of cool because it was at a Six Flags that's been abandoned since 2005. So it's been quite a long time where it's been abandoned, and they're having this like tactical military simulation airsoft event here, and I thought it was so cool for them too. So I got to the event. The park was really cool. I mean, because you could see all the old graffiti, broken down everything. And it was like a normal kind of event where they have like vendors set up and different product for you to purchase. Then they had some food trucks, and I got to eat some really amazing New Orleans soul food. Hit the spot definitely in so many ways. Got to meet some really cool people that my love interacts with all the time. And we kind of like packed it up at the end of the day and headed back to the Airbnb, stopped at the store to grab some stuff, kind of like chilled. And I was able to connect with my love some more before heading to bed. And then the next day will be just a full day of the event, so I'll get to see more of that. So it was a really amazing day, full of a lot of really cool things that happened. Definitely paying more attention to everything that happens, and more of like, why is it being put in my path? And obviously everything is benefiting me. The universe is bringing me things that I might necessarily understand why it's happening, but I'm just open to that. So great day, amazing, getting ready for the next day. So I will wrap it up at that, but I thank you so much for being here, being present, being aware, receiving information that maybe you were meant to receive. If you found value in this, please comment, share, like, subscribe. and let me know that you're finding value in this content. I would love to have that interaction with you. If not, it doesn't really matter because I'm just following my intuition and my prompts. And I thank you so much. And we'll catch up tomorrow. All right, peace.